Rule 5.260, Caveat Proceedings. Filing. Any creditor or interested person other than a creditor may file a caveat with the court. The caveat of an interested person other than the creditor may be filed before or after the death of the person to whom the estate will be, or is being administered. The caveat of a creditor may be filed only after the person's death. Contents. The caveat shall contain the name of the person for whom the estate will be, or is being administered, the last 4 digits of the person's social security number or year of birth, if known, a statement of an interest of the caveator in the estate, and the name and specific mailing address of the caveator. Resident agent of caveator services. If the caveator is not a resident of Florida, the caveator must file a designation to the name and specific mailing address and resident address of the resident in the county where the caveat is filed as a caveator's agent for service of notice. The written acceptance by the person appointed as resident agent must be filed with the designation or included in the caveat. The designation acceptance shall constitute the contents of the caveator, and the service upon the designated resident shall bind the caveator. If the caveator is represented by an attorney admitted to practice in Florida who signs the caveat, it shall not be necessary to designate a resident agent under this rule. Filing after commencement. If at the time of the filing of any caveat the decedent's will has been admitted to probate or letters of administration have been issued, the clerk must promptly notify the caveator in writing of the date of issuance of letters and the names and addresses of the personal representative and the personal representative's attorney. Creditor. When letters of administration issue after the filing of a caveat by a creditor, the clerk must promptly notify the caveator in writing and advising the caveator of the date of the issuance of letters and the names and addresses of the personal representative and the personal representative's attorney, unless notice has previously been served on the caveator. A copy of any notice given by the clerk, together with a certificate of mailing of the original notice, must be filed in the estate proceedings. Other interested persons before commencement. After the filing of a caveat by an interested person other than a creditor, the court must not admit a will of the decedent to probate or appoint personal representative without service of formal notice on the caveator or the caveator's designated agent. The caveator is not required to be served with formal notice of its own petition for administration.
If you're interested in any of our services, please call 321-206-3603 or visit easterlaw.com to book a consultation.